Well, as we go through this, you listen to these things, you probably dismiss them like, yeah, whatever. Or you've probably been listening and soaking them in, and doing something about it, Well, today I have a tool that speaks to you who's been doing something about these things, and that is being a responsive person. I remember once being in a training, and I was doing a training for this organization. And we'd been taking them through trainings. I think we did a 3-month training. And so towards the end, it was the last session, one of the ladies stood up and said, Gabriel, this is good. We've gone through amazing tools. But now, I wish person X was here. I wish there's a way. And even I think I was also coaching someone. Like, Gabriel, I wish person X was also going through this process. So my question to them was, are they responsive people? Are they responsive people? Now, a responsive person is very, very different from a resistant person. And we use this tool called the responsive person really to ask ourselves the question, am I responsive? Am I a responsive person or am I the resistant person? And there's a clear difference, as you can see in this tool, between a resistant person and a responsive person. A resistant person is insecure. And everything you tell them, their insecurities get on the way. Oh, you're telling me that because you think you want to take over my job. And everything they see someone junior rising, they frustrate their efforts because they're threatened, they're scared, their insecurities get on the way. They're resistant to change. They're resistant to growth. They're arrogant. They come out and they want to dominate. They want to take over. They want to tell people what to do. They're resistant. You try to tell them how wrong they are. They can't listen to you because they're arrogant. They're full of pride. And that can be very dangerous if you're dealing with someone who is resistant. And none of us want to be resistant people. Of course you can. And in our country, Kenya, if you're listening to this and you're not Kenyan, of late we've had a lot of resistance, people going to the streets to demonstrate. And and that resistance, and I'm talking about that resistance, it's probably where you are dealing with an individual who is choosing not to change, who is choosing not to get better, who is getting on the way of their own personal growth, personal change. Now, all of us want other people to change. We want our spouses to change. We want our children to change. We want our team members to change. We want everybody around us to change but ourselves. And we even know the things we could do to change. We talked about being on the other side of you, the leader mirror conversation. If you've not listened to it, I request you to go back and listen to it. We talked about that, the leader mirror conversation, where you've looked yourself in the mirror and you know, hey, I need to do something about this. But your insecurities, your arrogance, and your pride gets in the way. And then you're just the same person people have been dealing with. Or you've seen you need to be a bit more vulnerable. You need to lower your wall of self-preservation. You've looked at, what am I trying to hide? What am I afraid of losing? What am I trying to prove? And to who? And you know very well, but you're still like, hey, I'm not sharing, I'm not talking. And you are still arrogant. And you've listened to some of the tools we've shared, and your insecurities, your arrogance, and your pride is getting on the way of you taking some of this and saying, let me try this out and see how it helps me become a better person. You're like, I've gone through all those things. They don't work. These are just theories that people talk about. They don't work. The opposite of a resistant person is a responsive person. And someone who is very responsive is someone all of us would wish to work with. Whenever you go for job interviews, you say, I'm a teachable person. I'm adaptive to change. I learn quickly. I'm a team player. What you're trying to say is that you're a responsive person. But the problem sometimes when the rubber meets the road, you always turn out you're not. So a responsive person is secure. They're secure on who they are. They're secure on their abilities. They're secure on who they know. They know themselves and they're secure. They're not scared of their weaknesses. They know their weaknesses. And they're secure. They know their strengths. They know I'm good at this, but I struggle with this. I struggle with strategy. And it's fine. I will ask for help when it comes to strategy. I struggle with building teams. I'll ask for help when it comes to that. When I need help, I'll ask for it. I know I struggle with this. And I'm okay. I don't have to fight. I don't have to prove to people that I can do everything by myself. No. When I see someone rising and getting better, I'm secure enough to help them grow. I'm secure enough to support them, to pour manure on their growth, to water them, to ask them, how can I help you get better? I'm secure enough. And they're confident in what they can do. They're confident in their skills. They're confident in their abilities. They're confident in their giftings. They're confident in what they can do and what they bring on the table. They're confident in their competencies. Yes, I can do this very well and I'll do it very well. Show me what you gotta do. I'll help you. I'll get you done. I'll get this done. And they're confident that they can get it done. They're confident that they can get that idea moved to the next step. They're confident that they can deliver on the assignment they're being asked to do. They're not arrogant. They're not coming to you arrogantly, but they're confidently communicating to you their competency. That I can deliver on this assignment. And it's good you need to be able to tell the difference between arrogance and confidence. Someone who is confident on their abilities and their skills and their competencies and what they can do. And then they're humble. They're willing to listen. They're willing to admit when they are wrong. They're willing to take a backstage and say, okay, let me let others speak first. They're willing to stop themselves and say, okay, let me fight for the highest possible good of everybody, so let me allow others to go first. And humility is not feeling less or thinking less about yourself, but is thinking about yourself less. What does that really mean is you're not diminishing and demeaning yourself and pulling yourself down that, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it, I'm not valid. No, but is actually thinking more of others, thinking more of the interests of others and how you can play a part in helping them become better. And going out there and doing it. Is listening to others' opinions before you can share what you're thinking. That's humility. Is being part of others and letting others feel they belong and they're part of the process and walking a journey with them to unlock their potential. Is being patient with others. Is being kind with others. Is fighting for the highest possible good of those you lead or those around you. And it's very important to ask yourself, am I a responsive leader or am I a resistant leader? Am I a responsive person or am I a resistant person? Am I a responsive husband? Am I a resistant husband? Am I a responsive wife? Am I a resistant wife? Am I a responsive child? Am I a resistant child? Am I a responsive parent or am I a resistant parent? Am I a responsive team member? Am I a resistant team member? Am I a responsive person? The kind of a leader we're looking for, is a leader who is secure, confident, and humble. Is a leader who is secure, a leader who is confident, and a leader who is humble. A leader who has nothing to lose, a dangerous place to be, but a leader who has nothing to lose, a leader who has nothing to hide, a leader who has nothing to prove. Very dangerous place to operate in, but that's a kind of a responsive person that we are looking for. You have nothing to lose, you have nothing to hide, and you have nothing to prove. You are secure, you're confident, and you're humble. And that's the kind of a person that I hope you're becoming even as you listen to these tools, as you listen to this journey that you're walking through. And this helps you become a better person in your growth. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for paying attention. Thank you very much for sharing this with others. Thank you very much for subscribing to be part of these conversations. Thank you very much for caring enough to come back over and over again to follow up on the new episodes that we keep posting in this conversation. Thank you, and do have a wonderful time. Thank you.